Are you kidding me? Look at the price movement today, and you tell me that this is a dead cat because I see a little bit of fire in that belly. Belly. Tongue-tied there. But when you look at this stock, you kind of wonder. Are we at the tail end of May 2021, about to hit early June of 2021, where this stock is about to make a change, where this stock is about to rise from the ashes like a phoenix and do exactly what we've been talking about for the past couple of weeks? Because as we know, this stock has been pretty stable. Right? It's been around $7.97, $8 range, $7, $8, $8, $7, $8, $7. It was doing that for such a long time, right? For such a long time. And finally, I think I asked like a week ago. I was like, hey guys, when do you think it's going to hit the $9 range? And it took about a week from that. And hey, everyone was spot freaking on with that. And I'm super pumped. About it getting over that $9 range today, okay, in the after hours. That's my little asterisk in there. In the after hours, okay, I will take what I can get. And when I see at 9:08 for a blimp of a second there in the after hours, I get excited because that is huge gains for the day. Huge momentum. And on top of that, we got all this pressure surrounding the stock. We see the RSI. Oversold. But guess what? It doesn't matter. It just kept on moving up. It did not matter throughout the entire day. This stock kept on moving up. And, let's just take a look. At the price movement real quick, okay? When we look at this price movement, we opened up at $8.15 today, okay? And throughout the day, we just kept on going up. We kept on staying above that volume-weighted average price, that VWAP. We just kept on doing that, okay? And so you can see here, we started off at that 8.15, and then we moved up, and then boom, right around 10.44, we saw a crazy amount of a volume coming almost out of nowhere that pushed this stock up. A huge amount, going all the way from $8.27 all the way to $8.77 within a span of 15 minutes? 50 cents in 15 minutes? That's crazy. Okay? And so we saw that. We just kept on going up and up and up and up. We hit the intraday high. Of $8.84 right there. Okay. And we just kept on going. A little bit of stabilization right there, finding its route. Okay. We got a little bit. Here's some of that undersold right here in the RSI. But no, we just power right through it. Keep on going up and up and up. And of course, we close out at $8.81. But it's like, hey, I still got momentum. I still got power. We're going to keep on going. We went up another 17 cents in the after hours, hitting $8.98. And I'm really happy about that. Okay. Number one, because my price is way below that. But number two, because, it gave almost anyone that understood the fundamentals of the stock enough time, to get in when they could, to average down when they could. And I've been saying this for the last couple of videos, that $8 range, that $7 range, I've been buying the dip continuously in order to get as much money into the stock as possible. Because guess what? We see crazy stuff like this, 11%, basically 9.17 in the day, 1.93% in the after hours, okay? And we see almost 11% in one day. And you're like, okay, is this just the beginning? Or are we going to go flat? Or, what can we compare this to, Sean? What can we look at, right? And as I was saying, we're going to take a look at early June, okay? When we take a look at early June, we can actually see, what does today look like, okay? So in early June, we know that this stock rose up to $28.85 on the 9th. Okay, that was the high. right? We look at right now, and we're at, $7.91 ish, or well, at the high, $8 and 84, somewhere around there in the day. Okay, when we look at early June, we can actually see that on June 4th, right, we were at basically the same price point. Okay, early June. On June 4th, we're at the same price point, and I would say that June 4th would be kind of like today, okay? Maybe if you want to be a little bit more conservative about it, maybe June 2nd, okay? And so are we about to see a green day, followed by a green day, followed by a green day, followed by a boom, by an explosion, right, of momentum? Maybe, right? Because at the end of the day, it really just depends on, are we about to have a gamma squeeze? Are we about to have a short squeeze? Is anything like that even possible? And I think it is, okay? And I've been saying this for a while. I've always had good faith, and there's been people talking about a short squeeze potential in this stock for a while, okay? And I still believe that this is another horseman, right? We had GME first, of course. We had AMC. And is this another horseman, right? Is this going to be next, okay? So we're going to take a look at that, right? But first, I want to talk about the volume, because you look at the volume is 25.82 million, still a lot higher than previous days, still well below, though, the average volume of 52 million. So it doesn't seem like yet we have those people that are like looking at it and they're like, oh my gosh, it's going to roll. It's going to run up, right? Fear of missing out is a real thing. And that just adds more fuel to the fire. People will jump in. I know even then, if I get money, from like investments and stuff, from other investments potentially, or just in general, I'm going to be putting more money in. I might be averaging up on this stock because I have strong faith in the ability for this to fly up, right? The question is, are we going to have more green days? I don't know. But anyways, that volume, that great amount of volume today, 25.82, average volume 52.75. When we look at the order flow, again, large scale orders, zero. You're kind of like wondering, where the heck are they? For the last, 8 or 9 days, zero. But when you look at the order flow for the other ones, we got small scale orders 14.10 for the inflow, medium scale orders 33.66%. Okay, so it's pretty much actually a little bit more outflow by about 5 million people. Like, oh yeah, 11%. I'm gonna take my money. I'm really happy with that. But I think that some people are not. I'm not. I want to see more. I want to see this thing roll, okay, and rise up. I want to see that happen. So, but what about the dark pools, right, Sean? What about the dark pools? Okay, well, let's take a look. 47.16% for the day, 30-day 50.07. Okay, so that's first time in a while that I've seen that under 50%. Usually, I think I've seen it 60%, 50% for the last couple of weeks. That is pretty dang low. I think 60% as of last week even for the dark pool. So we were well below that 47%. That is pretty interesting, okay? And so you take that in consideration, and then you look at the option chain, you look at the option sonar, and you look at the options for the 20th of August, and still as bullish as ever. 17.79 million bullish, 6.35 million bearish. I'm telling you, on Wednesday, if we see some great news from the earnings report, I think it's got potential, okay? We even see, looking at the overall bullish is a sentiment for the stock, and bearish, not as much, right? So people do have a little bit of faith, and when we look at the options calls for this week, right, we can see a lot of open interest for this. For example, $10 strike, we got 6,993. When we look at, let's see here, $13, we got 1,630. Okay, that seems pretty far. You know what I mean? That's a lot of implied volatility. Okay, And so we will see if we can hit the $13 range by Friday. And if we can, think about the gamma squeeze potential. I talked about this earlier, but think about the gamma squeeze potential, because right now for this week, the maximum pain is $8.50. We already passed that. The maximum pain is $8.50. We already passed that, okay? And so you're like, this may have a potential for a gamma squeeze, okay? And the question following that is, could we jump from a gamma squeeze to a short squeeze immediately after that? Is that a good catalyst? Yes, absolutely. So let's see what happens. But either way, I'm excited. I'm excited to see that earnings report. It was moved up. We got great news coming up, hopefully, for that. And so we keep on seeing this stock push up. Are we about to gap up? That's the other thing. Are we about to gap up on this price? So, but you see articles like this that, say Clov stock, one big reason Clover Health is squeezing higher today. And in this, they say, again, the Medicare expansion plan. Is this potentially going to happen? If we see the age decrease from 65 to 60, again, more fuel to the fire, okay? More fuel to the fire. And hopefully we'll see that. But it says today, two key facets of the Democrats' upcoming $3.5 trillion budget have caught the eye of investors in Clov stock. These include a lowering of the eligibility age for Medicare from 65 to 60, something President Joe Biden supports. Additionally, there is a proposal for expanding the services offered to include dental, vision, and hearing. For Medicare Advantage players such as Clover Health, this announcement is broadly bullish, okay? This is great. This is great to hear. So let's keep that good news coming. If we see something like this, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. We're going to see this stock just, I've been saying this before, right? The real value, in my opinion, on this, I think is in the $20 range, right? When you look at everything that they offer, and I've spoken about this in my, I believe, Mother of All Due Diligence video, where we had Reddit user live in it, and they were talking about, hey, $27, $25, that's a great price. And, I think the last time, we hit $28.85, right? That is the price that at least the Reddit user live in it believes that we should be in right now. Okay. So I'm in a pretty comfortable position, right? I'm still pretty comfortable in this $8 range. I have an $8 range price average on this stock. Okay. And well above it right now, hitting the 9s, right? And I hope that everyone took the time to average down if you can, if you believe in the fundamentals of the stock in the short term, but also in the long term as well. But let's take a look at Ortex to see the short interest percentage of the free float. But before you do, if you can, please like this video. I really do appreciate it. Also, subscribe and ring the bell so you can get notifications on my upcoming videos. Hopefully, I do want to admit that this last week or two I haven't been making a lot of videos, and unfortunately I haven't been feeling that well. Should have been more transparent about that, but I actually feel a lot better, and so I believe that you'll see a lot of videos and going back to that continuous rollout that I do every single day. Late in the evening though, I mean, But still, hopefully we'll get there, because right now this is my 45th video on Clov, and I still want to make a lot more, especially with the great momentum that we're seeing, of course. So going into this, in Ortex, we can see the short interest percentage of the free float is sitting at 21.74%, down by 2.24%. That's nothing, so we're still doing really, really well. And when we look at the cost to borrow average, 1.9%, cost to borrow max, 2.34%, the days to cover, 0.80 days. We still see, lower volume compared to the average. So we might see that days to cover increase over time, but you never know. If we have a lot of volume on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, that could be a game changer. Utilization rate, one of the highest, 97.85%. We have a 4.37% increase in that compared to the previous week. We are getting very close to hitting 100% for the utilization rate. So again, great data to see it as always in Ortex. And we look at the short interest information in Fintel. First of all, we can see the short squeeze score. We got 46.42, 6,377 out of 9,009. Hopefully, that is going to be calculated soon, and maybe we'll see some big movements this week that will cause that number to move a lot higher because that's out of 100. I think that we can, see that it can, right? When we look at the short shares availability, we got 2.3 million shares, and we got a borrow fee rate of 0.72%. Really low. Again, under that 1% mark. If you believe that this stock will go down, I guess it's really cheap. I guess it's really cheap to borrow. And so if you believe that, hey, bless. So let's go look at Ape Wisdom. So in Ape Wisdom, we can see the trending stocks on Reddit in the past 24 hours. Number 6 is Clover Health Investments. Hey, we're still up there. We got Moderna, Microvast, AMC Entertainment, of course, S&P 500. S&P didn't move. Did it move a lot today? What was it at? Yeah, S&P 500 today went down by 0.10%. So I am, I'm still, I'm a little bit surprised in that. That's still up on that list. I guess it's still the talk of the town, but I think that Clover Health should be moved up above that. GameStop, right above Clover Health. You gotta have AMC and GameStop around there. They're still very popular on certain subreddits, and props to them. They have a lot of movement. They have a lot of volatility in them, and people still believe that big things are coming for those stocks, and I don't know, right? That's one of those things that I haven't really researched as much into those stocks because I think that the price point is pretty good, but at the same time, I think that I would have a better return on investment than with Clover Health than those two currently, right? But if you're in the middle of it, if you're in the thick of it, sometimes it's hard to move away, and that's understandable. But I do hope for the best for those stocks. I think that community is also pretty good. AMC, GameStop. And of course, when you look into Clover Health, though, you can see that the sentiment is rising in what people think, 75%. Nearby keywords, which are important, is up more, like earnings buy, calls, wish, squeeze, bag, why, PLTR, getting, bought, SoFi, back. Okay. And so pretty good sentiment. In my opinion, people are still calling it a bag holders and stuff like that. But again, 11%, one day, including, the after hours. Hey, if I bought it at 8, if I bought it at 7, call me a bag holder all day long. I'm still holding this stock, right? I'm still going to hold it until I see this thing moon, because I believe that we have that same great opportunity that we saw with AMC and GameStop. And of course, we have the subreddit, right? We have this beautiful subreddit. We have the Clov subreddit, 40.3 thousand members. I think we're about to have good growth with this subreddit because it's great talk about the stock. We got, the Discord. We got where you can talk 24/7 about it. But of course, we also have, memes. We got memes. Clov refer to chart if you don't know how to hodl. So we go how people think it's like to hodl. What is it actually like? Boom, right? And so for everyone that has a higher average price, than $8 or $9 or $10 or so, hey, I hope to pick you guys up on the way. I think that we have great potential to see this thing rise. So I wanna see the people that are way up there. Let's pick you up on the way. But of course, we got great memes on here. So definitely check this out. But overall, when you look at this stock, right, when you look at the potential that it has and everything surrounding it, you got to think to yourself, I think that I'm in the right one. I think that we have a lot of potential to grow. I think that this stock, this company has great growth potential, especially the Florida announcement a while ago. So hopefully we see even better news on Wednesday. I'm really excited to hear that earnings report. And I'll report back to you guys on that as well. But man, oh man, when you have 11% in one day, it's super exciting. And I'm just excited to see what the rest of this week will entail. So, stick with it. But reach out, if you have any questions, comment down below, of course. And as always, I hope you have a lucky trading day tomorrow. You lucky people, take care. Bye-bye.